pineapple tree back in your hand.
I don't know how you did it, but I need an explanation. Guess I can't get over the day we met. I gotta see you again. Every detail is getting replayed into my imagination. From the clothes you wear to the way you smell. Yeah, yeah. I meant to picture, don't forget it. What's going on with me? Oh, I don't get it. Cause since you say hello, you feel my spirit. Never felt this before, I admit it. Oh, less than a second took watching you. I'm addicted to you. Why do I always find myself right back at you? You make a fool of me. I no longer wanna feel, 'cause I know I don't need you. You're no good for me. I don't wanna feel, 'cause I know you're no good for me. Oh no. When you stand behind me, baby, I never wanna let you go. I can be everything you ever needed. And I can't see, and I can't breathe. I don't want your body if I can have your soul. It's like you just don't know what's going on between me and you. Can you be so blind? Nobody gets this feeling when there's not more going on. I'm here to wake you up now. I no longer wanna feel. No, I don't need you. You're no good for me. I don't wanna feel, 'cause I know you're no good for me. Oh no. When you stand behind me, baby, I never wanna let you go. I can be everything you ever needed. And I can't see, and I can't breathe. I don't want your body if I can have your soul.
And welcome to the Keyforge Premier League Crazy Killing Machine. That is my new intro music made for me by Karen Brown. I will have her details and information down in the link to the Twitch and to the YouTube channels going forward. You should check her out. She's making great things for everybody. And that was my custom Burn the Stockpile piece that you'll be hearing more of as we go. But it is time to watch another game. Now, mind you, this is on a 30-minute screen delay, folks, okay? So I know that some of the people are looking to talk and stuff and tell me what's going on with the stuff, but in all reality, I'm not going to be able to answer you in a timely way. So with that said, here I am. Boom! So burning the stockpiles. That was pretty sweet. I think I should hit it one more time just because. What do you guys think? I think I'm the one that's doing it. So let's listen to it one more time. So my new piece, tell me what you think. I think it's pretty awesome. She did a great job with it, and it gets me in the mood to fight. Like, so that's it has won the war of what I wanted. So there you go. Listen to that drop. So Bravnar. Cue the Valkyries. Oh yeah. Straight sickness. I'm so very happy with that piece. So thank you, Karen, again for that. And we will be getting you all the credits that we can get you for that. So thank you so much. And as we go back to the bass rebels, we're going to tune them back in and have some background music to the stream so that you guys don't get bored between me thinking about things and stuff like that. But today we have a classic matchup between Vin and Vincenzo and Petite Bot, who is Laxie in the league. This is a classic French versus German matchup, so we will see what happens with that. Okay. Password. Oh. All right. All right, so it looks like we are ready to go. Looks like our participants are ready to go. So with that said, let's have a good game here. And the first thing we'll do is we'll take a look at their decks and see what it is that they're bringing to the table once they actually queue up and say go. As you can hear Harlan in the background, he is Thunderfoots. Hey, be nice. No Thunder feet. He is off of school today, unfortunately. So normally I don't stream on Wednesdays, but today we had this event, so we had a chance to make a live stream of it. So here we go. 30-minute delay reminding you that you will not comments if you're actually going to comment and stuff like that are not going to be really heard. So I'm apologizing for that ahead of times. All right. All right, so let's take a look at what we're going to see here. So we know that the Specialist Sandstorm Griswold is going to be here. This is a new Mass Mutations deck with the double Skippy Time Hog. This deck is one we've seen before, and it plays really smooth. It's a pretty aggressive and fun Mass Mutations deck with Amber Heart and the Scrivians, and the Vault Keeper has a lot of little tools that are great for disruption and stuff. And I love the fact that it has 2 Skippy Time Hogs. That alone sells me on this deck. But all in all, pretty solid, straightforward deck. Excited to see what happens with that. And then we see that Foxbat, or Petite Bot, aka Laxie, is bringing his Dark Amber Vault deck to the table, which is basically a Dark Amber Vault that is loaded up on value, and you get value by just playing a crap ton of mutants and basically getting to cycle through your deck at an insane rate. So this deck is subject to board control, like if you're basically blowing up the board and stuff. But the problem with it is that it's just going to repopulate itself in an insane way, and you're like just always going to be behind on board state if you try to do it that way. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that, and you know, we'll see how the game goes. Go ahead, we are ready. Kick this thing off and see what happens, man. Like the game should be pretty awesome. Like, let's hope that this is gonna be as good as we think, right? Like this should be a classic one. Vincenzo and Petite Bat. Sorry, I say bot because he's a robot. All right, so we see opening hands. We see a Vault's Blessing, which in Petite's deck is absolutely insane. And you see a whole bunch of really cool cards, but I don't know, that was definitely one I could have mulliganed. It was kind of late, but now he's reloaded. His reload looks a little bit better, I think. He starts off with the Mascus Asp, since it's a poison creature that can get through the armor that he might see in Sanctum. So as you can see, like they're instant threat with the Vault Keeper on the board, and it's going to go away quickly, as like he's going to want to be able to steal. Oh nope, he takes out the Purifier of Souls instead. Okay, and he is going to leave the Vault Keeper on as he tries to push his board state. So instantly, you already see that all these mutants are getting shadows, and he has basically a Mascus Asp to boot. So already off to a fast start. This deck is going to be straight gas, so it'll be interesting to see if Vincenzo can keep up with it. We see him come into Dees, and he's going to add a Snarette and a Technofiend to the deck. And let's see if he is going to use his Mark of Dees and put him back into Shadows. Yep, he's using the Mark of Dees, and he's going to put 2 damage on the Mascus Asp, which means he has to, that Petite Bat has to go back into Shadows, which I can see him probably taking out the Vault Keeper at this point, just to get it out of the way with the Mascus Asp, and then like he can reap out the remaining creatures. Yep, there goes the Vault Keeper. So he is opening up his turns. The Chronos is coming. The Chronos is very dangerous in this deck. Or is that's not Chronos, that's actually a daughter, never mind. As I am blind. The daughter's still a good value, but it's not as good as the Chronos. If the Chronos is basically in his deck, it will give him the ability to archive as he's playing cards that have all these pips and extra draws on them. So there's a Dark Amber Vault, so there's a reason for him to get online quickly as well. This Dark Amber Vault and Logos, very strong card. Does have to commit a turn to get to it, so he might just like load the board up with Untamed and then come back to it. But either way, like the attrition that's going to come here, like playing the Dark Amber Vault for 1 turn and waiting to play all the mutants is not a bad line either, because then he'd get all the draw abilities that you get off of playing it. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. There's really no way to deal with the Dark Amber Vault in this Sandstorm deck either, so that's pretty bad. Harlan, what are you doing? Sorry, had a moment of Harlan chasing, but we're back. I'm back, and it looks like the Adaptoid has made his way to the game. And there's the Skippy Time Hog to slow down the game just a little bit, but not going to be enough to really put a super stop to it. But he does draw to a second Skippy Time Hog, which is interesting. there's the Niffle Grounds. The Fandangle. Here comes all the value. And watch how the cards just cycle out of his hand and into his hand. Like, it's going to be absolutely nuts. And then the Vault's Blessing is going to go off for like a metric butt ton of amber. And then look at that Perplexing Sophistry with 3 amber pips on it. That is gross. This deck is amazing. This is definitely a deck to be feared. Look at that, 13 amber, just boom, like that. And he's like loaded his hand up for the next go. Like, insane. I forgot to put a timer on this. But this game, I don't think it's gonna take too long. Here we are in round in turn 6, and we're already busting for a big one. So right now we see Vincenzo trying to use his Dees to reel back in some of that amber that he's lost. And he's doing a pretty good job of it with the scale shenanigans and stuff, but still so much amber that got made makes it impossible for him to really stop that key from happening. But he has himself in a position where he's applying just as much pressure back. And the one thing that is bad about these Dark Amber Vault decks that are like these kind of bursts is that they usually don't have a lot of control. So that is like they don't have a lot of amber control, and like that's the thing that really separates the really great ones from the bad ones is the ability to pull back amber. So I think that finding a Dark Amber Vault that had like a bunch of rad pennies and stuff like that in it like would be really great. But who knows what the future will bring. Angus is here. He hears me streaming, so he's come over to say hello. Have you come over to say hello? Oh, the Angus. Here, let's say hello. Ready? We'll pop in, and you can say hello, and then you're out. Okay? See, there's the Angus. The Angus on TV. The Angus on TV. See the big kitty? There's that big kitty. He knows that when he's streaming, he's gonna get some love. That's what he knows. He's like, oh my goodness. Cat cuteness. So, there's the baby. The big baby cat. Yeah, aw. You're such a good boy. Look at the game. Look at all those fairies out there. You should be killing all these dew fairies and stuff. Be a hunter. It's like, but I'm such a lazy Garfield. You're like Garfield. If Garfield was a real cat, he might beat you. So there's my kitty. So there's the kitty. So the big kitty. The lovey-dovey. The drooling Saint Bernard of all cats. The Maine Coon. It's a big dude. High five. High five. Say high five. Say high five. Kitty five. Alright. We're out. You're out. Harlan, what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you gonna come be a dog too? Flying in from out of nowhere, Harlan says hello. Say hi. Say hello, chocolate face. Eating Oreos, playing with Play-Doh. He thought it would be a good idea to fly in from the top of the table next to me and say hello. So that's it. That's the daily hellos from everybody. So I'll let you guys get away from my mug now as you guys watch more of the game. So the engine keeps moving as the Dark Amber Vault continues to do his things, and that perplexing Sophistry should put this game away. I do not think that these decks are very evenly matched. Harlan, no. So this game is tied up at 2, but Laxie looks like he's in a very strong position here. That's Petite Bat. Want to say hello again, Harlan? As we wait for the end of this game? Say boom, there's the Harlan. There's the Harlan. Say hi. You say hello, everybody? One day I'll play Keyforge. Because it has numbers and letters and words, all the things you like. Letters. Letters, yes. Can you say your Russian alphabet? Yeah, you're not gonna go. Thought about it, but not today, huh? Good game. So that's game 1. It took a little bit, like 15 minutes. Alright, so game 1 went the way we expected it to. Petite Bat just outrunning him. I'm pretty sure that this game is going to go to 3 rounds as far as the fact is that they're going to play out a very deep, like, it's going to be interesting. Alright, let's see. And it's 1 and he's going to go first, so we get there first try. So we are into the game, first try, first go, so that's pretty unique. Like we're starting to get some luck on these. I've had some really long ones in the first week, but this week they've been a little bit easier, even though they're not crazy. But I guess that's the law of averages, right? It's going to balance out to 50-50, so we were owed some quick ones. Alright, so we see these starting hands, and we see that Vincenzo has the Dark Amber Vault in hand, like opening turn, so that's kind of huge. That makes this game gonna go pretty quick. Like the other side really has nothing to do with that, so I don't think Petite Bat wants anything to do with his deck as far as it goes, but it makes sense to at least play out some of it. I could see a strong logos turn here with the amount of pips that are on the cards for drawing and stuff off of that daughter and the lab work. But Petit Bat has a chance to race this if he can get moving, but all his cards are like, they're kind of at that point of where they're going to hold off. Does he commit the Skippy Time Hog here? No, he does not. Alright. He doesn't want to give up the ability to reap and stuff, so he's going to basically make him have to have creatures to play, so here they come. Look at all the amber in this deck, man. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, so many of these Glorio's attendants that are just gross. Like, absolutely gross. Deck has so much gas. Fandangle in play to add an extra level of annoyance to the factory. Here comes the Vault Keeper to stop stealing. This must give a new level of confidence to the Onyx Knight and these to be able to blow up all these untamed monsters that come out of this set. I think the sets are very much starting to balance out now with AOA, and the way that AOA plays against this set is like much better than it does against any other set. And this set gives it a run at Coda, and then Coda and Worlds Collide are kind of like Coda is still a little bit better than Worlds Collide, I believe, and then Worlds Collide just is really good against AOA. So there's like a real, like, you just have to find good cards now and play good cards like to have a good deck. Like, there's too many decks now that if you're playing bad cards, then your deck isn't good enough. So every card has to do something to be effective in a deck nowadays, I think, in Keyforge. And when you play cards like Dark Amber Vault and Auto Encoder that enable all your cards to do something good, they're pretty broken. Like, both those artifacts are absolutely insane. That should not be breaking news to you if you are a Keyforge player. So. This game is going crazy. Not really a lot of trickery in this deck. Both these decks are just doing what they do, and they're just throwing at each other's face. There's really nothing out of the ordinary here. I will say that I'll be shocked if Petit Bat's deck doesn't win all 3 games. Yep, there's a concede. Moving on. They got 1 hour left. It's not going to take that long. Oh, wow, this is going to be We'll see what happens here. Alright, so the chain bidding begins. 2 chains by Vincenzo onto Petit Bot's deck, and we will see what happens. Like, this one I think could go pretty high. Like, I don't think I want to play like against Petit Bot's deck without like things. But the problem with that is that if he doesn't draw his Dark Amber Vault early, the deck might struggle with against too many chains. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens here. As Petit Bat is thinking about where he wants to be in this chain war. His first bids are always very crucial. Like, I think for Vincenzo, he should have just bid 6 and put it there. I think that 6 chains would have been fine, easy enough to overcome. But once you start getting to that 2 card mark, that's when it gets a little bit rough. It gets a little bit sketchier. So even if he had bid 7, I think 7 would have been okay. So there's the bid to 5 chains for Petit Bat. So he's basically pushing him into the 2 card penalty to see if he can get a bargain on his deck, I think. But we'll see. We'll see what Vincenzo thinks about it as he looks to go. Having a little bit of server latency here. So Petit Bot gets it at 5. I think that is a steal. Alright, so let's take this one home. This is gonna be for all the marbles, 1-1. Can Petit Bat win with 5 chains on him? I think he can. So opening hand, he does not draw the Dark Amber Vault, so I assume he will mulligan. I think this is a deck that has to mulligan for the Dark Amber Vault. You can't settle on less, especially with the amount of chains that you're going to be playing with. So let's see if he takes the mulligan. There's the mulligan, and he still doesn't hit the Dark Amber Vault, sadly. So we're going to see him try to get that into the archives. He still does not hit the Dark Amber Vault, but he did hit the Perplexing Sophistry, which is a pretty good Amber boost at least. I think we'll see that come into play pretty early. But look at Vincenzo's hand though with the double. It has 2 Mark of Deces already, a break key. Like he's actually got a hand that could do some damage here. This could be interesting. Vincenzo's hand is definitely interesting. We'll see what happens here. Alright, so he's going to go ahead and play that Perplexing Sophistry, which is always going to get value. He hits one of the Mark of Deece, which is huge. It's a great hit by Petit Bat. He doesn't understand how good that was, but he may learn soon enough. And there we go. We basically get a bunch of Shadows cards out. But Logos is the house that the Dark Amber Vault is in, so there's no reason why I couldn't see him going back to Deece right here and kind of just recouping what he gets and like setting him back into Shadows. But he is not. He's going to go Sanctum and play the Sanctum creature for the value on the killing the Mascus Asp. Oh, he's drawn both his Skippy Time Hogs now and a Casual Loot, so that's pretty good. You see the Drabble as well as the Mark of Deece as well, so he's got some tricks right now that are pretty sweet. And we do see that there is a Everessence Principle on the other side of the board, but and a Chronos, but there's still no Dark Amber Vault. I think once Dark Amber Vault hits, that's when this game gets out of hand quickly. But we'll find out. We do get the Pose Pixies, which are a pretty solid card. He's not yet drawn into the Dark Amber Vault, which is unfortunate for him, but he is managing to wear off some of these chains, so that's a good thing. Without too much kickback. There's only 2 amber on the board for his opponent. And he has 3 of his own amber captured over there too, so that's a big part. Here comes the Brabble. That's a Drekker, sorry, not a Brabble. Cannot tell the demons apart. They all look like demons and imps. They're all like similar. So people are starting to trickle in. It's been a little while, but this is a live game, so thank you for showing up. Toad Life in the house. George is there stalking on it, so that's good. This game is very one-sided as far as the decks go, and Petit Pot has already worked off 4 chains and is not considerably down by any means. The good news for Vin is that he does have 2 Skippy Time Hogs, which can slow down the run a little bit. So we'll see what happens next turn, but the thing is that there's still an Evanescence Principle in play as well here, so that could definitely change things. Hello, Harlan. Are you coming to say hello again? Do you want to say hello again? No? Okay. Harlan does not have school on Wednesdays, but I figured if I had to record this, I might as well record it live and give you guys a time delay so you guys can be the first people to watch this and see the insanity that is Petite Bat's deck. I think this is one of my favorite decks in the tournament, honestly. It's that kind of good. It's just dangerous every time it plays. This is a slow start for it. A very, very slow start. Now he's deciding if he wants to play the Evanescence Principle. Oh no, he went in Shadows. Interesting. What is his game plan here? Was he forced into Shadows somehow? Like, I don't know why he went Shadows here. Interesting. So he takes out the Maleficorn, which is a good play, because that card is actually sneaky good, like, because especially with the amount of amber and damage that it can create with the damage pips, and he does know enough about this deck that he doesn't want to deal with those damage pips, because there's a lot of them in this deck. So that Maleficorn gets a ton of value for basically blowing up things with his damage pips. So it is pretty fun and interesting to see. So now we're starting to see the cycle through. We see the Skippy Time Hog come into play. Slows down all the things. But the thing here is that like he's really looking for the ability to get off in his Dark Amber Vault turn, right? Like he needs that, and he has not drawn it yet. So therefore, this game is close. This game can definitely, if the Dark Amber Vault does not come into play, I think that Vincenzo takes this deck home. But and if it doesn't come soon, like he doesn't have a lot of time left, I don't think, to keep searching for it. But he's gonna dig here a little bit. He's gonna discard the Evanescence Principle, I'm gonna suppose, and play a bunch of these other cards, hoping to make space for that Dark Amber Vault. Nope, he holds on to the Evanescence Principle. He's keeping it as a bailout just in case he needs it. But that is one chain. That's one less card he is drawing to try to find his Dark Amber Vault. And he does not know that there is another Skippy Time Hog on the way. I'm pretty sure. Yep, Vincenzo is back in Logos. So now we're going to see some grossness with another Skippy Time Hog play. And he has, as a backup as well, like if he doesn't want to use Skippy right now, he could go into the oppositional research and basically make it so they can't reap either. So like there's just a lot of things like right now that are just controlling the game with these Time Hogs and these researches. So it will end up being glorious. If you haven't told people about the league, please start to circulate some of the love. Send people to the crazykillingmachine.co.uk to have them check out all the stuff underneath the tab for Keyforge Premier League. It is bumping. There is a lot of work that has gone into the site. There's like maps and stuff now that show you where the players come from, where they qualified, how they qualified, all that jazz. And it's very exciting. Like, a lot of work is going into it, and the guys at Crazy Killing Machine, Steve and Carl, are putting in a ton of effort. We got Muffins doing a bunch of stuff now. We have, Blake is coming on board. He'll be doing some stuff this Friday. You'll get some stuff from him. You have me still working like crazy to try to get you as much content as possible, even though sometimes it's not always like top level like I wanted it to be, but baby steps. I had big dreams, and I think we're hitting a lot of the concept of what I wanted. So thank you guys all. For the people who are listening to the recast of this, listening on YouTube, make sure you follow, subscribe, and do all the things that you need to do to keep us moving. Alright, so we see that we're tied at 1 key still, and we still have no Dark Amber Vault. And we see a lot of mutants have been played already, and as we look for this, but we do see this archive building, which is very, well, there goes the archive. But as we move into what is going to be a very big Sanctum turn here. Sanctum has a lot of tricks in it, so he's gonna do some work here. There's a Scrivian Favener to like steal some amber and get some value out of that. Or capture, I should say. The capture turns into steel, right? That's what this one is? Yeah, so capture turns into steel. He doesn't have a lot of capture though, like lucky for the other side, I guess. But he does have a bunch of damage pips to throw at all these creatures. Still no Dark Amber Vault. Struggle is real in this game. T-Bat was saying he needed some of Vincenzo's luck, and maybe he wasn't wrong. Because this has been a pretty slow draw. He only has 12 cards left in his deck, and he has not seen his Dark Amber Vault yet. That means he's over 2/3 of the way through his deck. I guess the good news is that it's still relatively close, and he still has a chance to burst. This next turn, I think he has to go Logos, clear his Logos hand out, use the Everessence Principle, and has to draw that Dark Amber Vault like ASAP at this point to try to maintain the value that he wants to maintain to get ahead here. and to do the things he needs to do to keep his amber up. But the Fandangle has survived, so all these creatures come in, and so he's going to get the draw with the Dock booked in as well. So there's a chance that he could still hit his Dark Amber Vault this turn and continue to push forward. So let's take these archives down since we're getting underneath them. Here we go. Vincenzo is rounding up his turn. The Fandangle did die, so that was a good move on his part. And he is thick on the board now, pushing for his second key. But little does he know that there is an Evanescence principle in his future, I believe. There's the principle. Unfortunately for Petite Bat, there is going to be a lack of thunder that there could have been if there was a Fandangle in play, because it would have been brilliant to see him drop the bot booked in and like use it to play a card off the top of his deck and it be the Dark Amber Vault, and then being able to start to get moving. Like, that would have been neat, but I guess we're gonna have to wait for another day on that. But then again, I think only Kronos is the only other mutant here, so yeah, so like it wouldn't have gone too far most likely, but we'll see. We're gonna see a board full of bots, but I don't think that's digging him out of anything yet. And we look at the other side and we can see that there isn't too great of a response here, but there is the ability to get himself back to check and put himself on another key, and he's already denied so much amber from Petite Bat that there's the Dark Amber Vault. It might be too late, but we'll see. Like, he didn't draw a lot to go with it, but he does have the one Munchling. Has 7 cards left to draw. He will be able to reap with all the Logos cards, but it might be too late. But we'll find out. I don't think there's any other real answers. Yeah, he already used the inquiry, so, or the evidence is a principle. Sorry, not the inquiry. And the principle's gone. That means that there's no other real way out in Logos. So taking the turn to go Logos is going to already handicap him a little bit. And then he would really need to get into something like his amber control is just not there. Like, that's the one thing about these decks. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of when I see, like, they can go nuts. Yes, they can get off and going. But if you, like right here, where he was in the bottom of his deck looking for the Dark Amber Vault, it's a little bit late, and it might be too late if Vincenzo is able to press enough amber pressure on. But Vincenzo doesn't have time to take off at this point, so he needs to always be putting him in check, and that's like the big part of it. And unfortunately for Vincenzo's board state, it's like basically 3, 3, and 2. So there is not a there's not a lot of like super reaping he can do, like where he can get a ton of value off of it. So just got the love pinch from Harlan.
Big games. Big games.
Yeah, yes, we are playing games. You are right. Play games. That's what we're doing, folks. We're playing games. Will it be enough? I think he needs a really lucky run of Munchling love here. Like, he's going to have to draw a bunch of mutants, but I think they're all mostly out of the way, so he's not going to get more than probably one, if he's lucky, extra card off of this. But there is a big Vault's Blessing coming, so But the Vault's Blessing is going to do just as much good for his opponent, I think, in his opponent's goal, because he has 1, 2, how many mutants? 3, 4, 5, 6 mutants. I'm having a latency spike here. Yeah, so that's a mutant as well. Well, it looks like he did get a little bit lucky. He did pull off a extra mutant in the odd Claude, so that's the one I said he probably could get. But still, no amber control here, and like he's not gonna be able to put himself. Actually, he can get himself to a key, but the question is can he get his opponent off his key within reason? And the old Bruno might be just what the doctor ordered up here, but we'll see. The mug is pretty sweet too, but that doesn't stop any amber. So Vincenzo being at 9, I'm guessing that he's gonna go. Actually, I don't know what's gonna happen here. Like it looks like Laxie has a chance still, because the board is not conducive to. Like he played like he's killing all the mutants because he wants to get that that value. He's taking him down so that he can't get to 6. That's like his biggest thing right here. Is like he wants to make sure that like Vincenzo gets desperate and tries to get to 6, but if he only gets to 6, he loses. Because Laxie will be able to respond with a old Bruno. Oh, he didn't get himself to 6 though. Interesting. Oh. Here comes the Vault Keeper. That could be really big. Vault Keeper in 3, Reap for 3. That's kind of a bad spot for him to be. But then again, he would respond with the old Bruno, the mug, and the the mutant cut purse, and we would see a chance still. And there is the subtle auto and the cut purse on the board to give him some amber to get him to his key. So we're at least 2-3 turns away, but this game is definitely looking like it's going to end soon. Vincenzo thinking about how he wants to play this out. The Vault Keeper is a strong play, but at the same time, it seems like he could probably get some work in with the Stirring Grave. What's the Stirring Grave going to bring back? Anything good? Maybe the Time Hog. Time Hog would be interesting to go grab and pull back for next turn with the 5 other cards he has in his hand for Logos. But the problem is that slows him down considerably, so it's probably not the best play. This is a tough one. I think the best line here is still to just play the Vault Keeper, keep him from being able to steal it, and then basically reaping out to get to 6. But that's with like perfect information, and then that's still what I would have done. But like at the same time, like the old Bruno would come into play and drag it one more turn. But he has opted to go with the Histocrag and reap with the Cinder to destroy the Histocrag, the Stirring Grave, the Skippy Time Hog. Interesting. Gonna ready up that. And he's going to reap with it to get to 8. 8 is not enough, folks. The old Bruno will save the day. getting pretty critical, folks. We still have 30 minutes left on the clock here. This has been the longest game of the other two. Like combined, I think they were shorter than this one. But again, we didn't see the Dark Amber Vault until much later, and I think this is where the game is going to kind of turn around a little bit. It's going to take those three. There's not really a lot that he can get responded to. And look at the chain coming. Like this is the value of the Dark Amber Vault. It's doing work. So many cards. We are off the board at this point. Look at that. And he draws the perplexing oh my god. So good. But is it enough? Is he going to still be able to get back into a place where he can stop Vincenzo from hitting a crucial number? I don't know. Let's see. We see a mug. A subtle auto. Odd Claude is a steel one. There's really not a whole lot of steel here, so if Vincenzo goes for the throat and basically tries to just ramp up his amber count, that's like really his only chance here. And honestly, that means he has to go into Sanctum and trust that the Sanctum will be enough. And I don't know if he is going to have the I don't know if he'll have the gall to do that, but that's like his only chance of winning at this point. And he goes Dees. Ooh. I don't know about this call. Mark of Dees. To put him into Untamed. Goes to 7. Which Odd Claude can stop that, but like I think that might actually be the win. That might be the clever line, because now he has to find a way to take him off of the key, and I don't think he can.
Everybody get up, it's a party song.
What am I missing here? I don't think I'm missing anything. I think this game is over. I think he's just gonna ramp and see if he can get to how much amber he can make. Is there an out? I don't think there's an out. Oh, Stampede. What is that? Nope, that's not gonna help. Yeah, good game. Vincenzo steals one. That might be the most unlucky draw I've ever seen with a Dark Amber Vault deck in this situation. But great game. Like it coming out so late, that is the weakness of those decks, is when they basically for but yeah, that left me in shock and awe right there. But folks, that was a crazy game, right? Like insane in the membrane. But as we say goodbye to this stream, I will say that the league has been absolutely fantastic to watch. Like I am enjoying every minute of it, and I am excited to be a part of it. So I hope you guys are enjoying it too, and we're gonna do more to make it more fluent and more and better in the future. But for now, you gotta just kind of hang in there with what we got going and enjoy the games. The games were incredible today, as always. Vincenzo from the Hamburg Atlanteans. See, Hamburg Atlanteans? No, that's for Vincent because he's been getting on my case. But either way, again, the German's doing well, and then beat a very class opponent in Petite Bat and Laxie. He is one of the best players that I've seen on TCO, like over the course of the last couple years that I've been here. Very familiar with him and his play, and he always brings awesome decks to the table. So it was unfortunate he didn't get to his Dark Amber Vault, but that's why you play the game of Keyforge. It's like football any given Sunday. That's American football for all you foreigners. But thanks again for watching and stuff. And on the way out, we're going to hit you up again one more time with this awesome piece that Karen Brown made me. So cheers, and may the amber always flow with you. And don't let anybody burn your stockpile.